Welcome to Great Garden. In today's video, I will bring you a very special experience, growing plants completely without soil or any kind of medium, using only water. Here, each drop of water will become the source of life, nourishing the roots and the lush green leaves to always stretch out full of vitality. Stay with Great Garden until the end of the video to see how these orchids grow and recover. If you are new, don't forget to hit subscribe so you won't miss any plant growing tips. Let's get started. These are two orchids that I just bought from a store for only about $2. Today I'm going to take them out of their old pots and create a more ideal growing environment, so the plants will have better conditions to grow strong and healthy. As you can see, the potting medium has become too dry and compact, while the roots have shriveled and lost their vitality. If this situation continues, it will certainly have a serious impact on the plant's health and growth. That's why handling and replacing the potting medium in time is extremely important for the orchids to recover and thrive. The next step is to remove all the old potting medium clinging to the roots. This is a very important step because a medium that has been used for too long often becomes the main reason why the plant cannot grow as desired. In a potted environment, if the medium remains constantly wet and poorly aerated, it will create favorable conditions for harmful fungi and bacteria to develop. Over time, these factors cause root rot, preventing the roots from absorbing water and nutrients. As a result, the plant becomes weak, stunted, and may even gradually die. Even if the plant still looks green on the outside, its root system may already be severely damaged on the inside. After removing the potting medium, I will proceed to cut off all the roots that are dry, shriveled, or no longer capable of absorbing water and nutrients. This step is extremely important because damaged roots not only fail to benefit the plant, but can also become a source of disease, easily spreading rot to the healthy roots. Pruning them thoroughly helps the plant reduce unnecessary burden and allows it to focus all its energy on nurturing and developing new, stronger roots. At the moment, the plant only has 2 green, living roots left. But with my experience in growing orchids, I am fully confident that these roots will serve as the foundation for many new, thick, and healthy roots to emerge in the near future. For the second orchid, I also follow the same process, removing the old medium, trimming away all the dry roots, and keeping only the green, healthy ones. By doing this, both orchids will have the chance to regenerate a vigorous root system. Now, I'm going to prepare a disinfectant solution for the orchids using baking soda. I've prepared 1 liter of water, added 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and stirred well until the solution is completely dissolved. This is an important step to help the plants prevent mold and harmful bacteria, creating a clean environment before placing them into fresh water. I will now thoroughly wash both the leaves and the roots of the plant. For the leaves, gentle cleaning helps remove dust, bacteria, and insects clinging to the surface, making the leaves cleaner, more breathable, and more efficient in photosynthesis. For the roots, washing helps remove remnants of the old potting medium, impurities, and harmful microorganisms still attached, allowing the roots to breathe better and absorb the disinfectant solution more effectively. At the same time, this solution also helps reduce the risk of root rot and leaf rot, creating a clean environment for the plant to begin its recovery. Next, I will soak the entire plant, including both the leaves and roots, in the diluted baking soda solution for about 15 minutes. Now, I'm going to prepare a completely natural fertilizer solution made from white rice, an ingredient that can easily be found in any household kitchen. First, I pour about 500 milliliters of clean mineral water into a glass or clear plastic container. Then, I add 3 tablespoons of white rice into the container. Stir the mixture well until the starch from the rice grains begins to dissolve, forming a slightly cloudy, milky white solution. At this point, the solution is rich in nutrients and ready to be used for the plants. After 15 minutes, take the plant out and let it drain before moving on to the next step. After letting the mixture soak for about 5 hours, I take out the rice and proceed to strain out the residue. At this stage, the rice residue no longer contains much nutrition, mostly just rice fiber, so keeping it is not beneficial for the plant. Therefore, I carefully filter it to extract the last bit of nutrients and then discard the residue, keeping only the clear solution. Upon observation, you'll notice that the solution has turned milky white after filtering. After straining out the rice residue, I dilute the solution by adding about 250 milliliters of clean water. This dilution step is very important, because if the solution is too concentrated, the roots may become overloaded and struggle to absorb it. Once the solution has reached the proper dilution, I place the orchid into it and soak the entire root system, even part of the stem base, in the solution. Allowing the roots and stem to come into direct contact with this nutrient source helps the plant fully absorb the essential nutrients. Now, I will begin preparing the hydroponic setup to grow the orchid. The entire root system and part of the stem base will be placed inside the bottle so that they are fully submerged in the nutrient solution, while the leaves remain neatly above. To keep the plant upright and stable, I use a small piece of foam placed on the mouth of the bottle. This foam not only helps retain moisture around the stem base, but also keeps the plant fixed in a balanced position. First, I take a cup with a round rim, place it on the foam sheet, and use a pen to trace a precise circle. Then, I cut along the line to create a round foam piece that fits perfectly on the bottle's mouth. Once placed, the foam will hug the plant's stem, firmly holding the base without damaging the roots. In addition to the English voice, we have now created dubbed voices in French, German, Italian, Spanish, Portuguese, Japanese, Hindi, and Indonesian to help you understand the content more easily. Listen in your preferred language by opening the video and clicking on Settings, the gear icon, to select the appropriate audio language. This semi-hydroponic method is truly a simple yet effective way of growing orchids. We don't need soil or complicated potting media, just clean water combined with a bit of natural organic solution. Even though the growing environment is neat and minimalistic, the orchid can still thrive because its roots are constantly supplied with adequate moisture and nutrients. The greatest advantage of this method is that anyone can easily apply it at home. It's inexpensive, hassle-free, yet still ensures that the plant remains healthy, with lush green leaves and steady root growth. This is an extremely useful tip for beginners in orchid growing, or for anyone who wants to take care of their plants in a convenient, clean, and scientific way. By doing the same with the other orchid, we now have 2 convenient hydroponic setups ready to use at home. After soaking and washing thoroughly, I gently lift the plant out of the solution. At this point, the roots and leaves have been completely cleaned, so I use a soft cloth to carefully pat each part dry. This drying step is very important, as it helps reduce prolonged moisture that could cause root rot, while also ensuring that no water remains on the leaf surfaces. Once the roots are dry and the leaves are clean and shiny, the plant is almost ready for its new growing environment. After the plant has been dried, I gently place it in the center of the pre-cut foam piece. The foam fits snugly around the base, securing the stem firmly so it doesn't tilt or wobble when moved. The healthy green roots are allowed to hang down naturally, directly touching the nutrient solution. This placement not only ensures the roots receive constant moisture, but also provides enough aeration for them to breathe and grow longer, thicker, and stronger over time. Once I finish with the first plant, I repeat the same process with the other one, fixing the base in the center of the foam and letting the roots dangle freely in the water. When both plants are securely positioned, they are ready to enter the care stage in the semi-hydroponic environment, clean, safe, and highly effective. After that, I pour a little water directly onto the foam to moisten it. The water will soak evenly into the foam, keeping the area around the plant's base at the right level of humidity. Maintaining moisture with the foam not only helps the plant stay stable and upright in the hydroponic bottle, but also allows the young roots to more easily adapt to their new environment. When humidity is consistently maintained, the plant experiences less shock, recovers more quickly, and its roots will soon grow strong to absorb nutrients effectively. One week after the plant has settled, I begin using the diluted rice water mixture to provide additional nutrients, helping the plant grow stronger and produce more roots. Remember to place the plant in a spot with gentle sunlight so it stays lush, green, and develops evenly. Let's take a look at the results after 1 month of growing and caring for the orchids using the semi-hydroponic method. Thanks to regular water changes, the solution in the bottle remains crystal clear and fresh, with no unusual odor, proof that the growing environment is very clean and healthy for the plant. In particular, the root system has developed incredibly well. From the base, the plant continuously produces fresh, green young roots, delicate yet full of vitality. These new roots are the plant's new lifeline, helping it absorb water and nutrients more efficiently, while also enhancing its metabolic activity. Beyond nourishment, the roots also anchor firmly into the hydroponic environment, keeping the plant upright and stable. This strong foundation ensures the orchid's long-term growth and health under semi-hydroponic conditions. What's most wonderful about this semi-hydroponic method is that the plant is always kept in a clean, well-ventilated environment with minimal pests and diseases. There are no longer issues of mold or root rot, as with traditional potting media. On the contrary, the roots grow faster, stronger, and much more stable. The leaves remain lush, green, and glossy, proving that photosynthesis is working effectively and the plant is absorbing enough energy to nourish its stems, leaves, and roots. Notably, it's not only the first plant that shows significant improvement, the second orchid has also developed almost identically, producing many fresh green roots, thick bright leaves, and displaying vigorous vitality. This semi-hydroponic method is truly simple and time-saving, yet the results are clear and sustainable. With just a little patience, you'll see your orchid becoming healthier day by day, with stronger roots and leaves full of vitality. I believe that with this method, you can easily have healthy orchids at home, less prone to pests and diseases, and growing steadily. Thank you for staying with me until the end of the video. Don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe to Great Garden so you won't miss other exciting orchid care tips. See you again in the next videos.